Hi guys and welcome to this episode of GSP. In this episode we'll be talking about Leicester and how we think they're going to do in the Premier League. So let's start at 2 minutes now. So they've obviously signed an £8 million striker in Alua. They've signed Mark Albrighton on a free from Aston Villa and Matthew Upson. They've also been linked with Cambiasso, who obviously a legend at Inter Milan. Similar to that sort of Edgar Davids still a few years ago when he went to Palace and then Barnet Town. For me, Upson, don't remember guys, featured for England at the 2010 World Cup, played for Arsenal, Notts Forest, most predominantly West Ham.
West Ham, Birmingham City, he made over 100 appearances as well. He's actually made 21 caps for England.
21 appearances for England. So, yeah, Dom, tell us about those signings.
Alua of Brighton last year, really clinical striker, kept Craig McCall-Smith out of the team. So I think he'll do well in the Premier League, but can he lead that Leicester line? That is the question. They've also got David Nugent still at the club. Chris Wood been linked with a move away recently, but Gary Taylor-Fletcher's there as well. So they've got good rotation in that front line, definitely. Mark Albrighton had spells in there at Aston Villa, never really quite established himself as a first team player. Had been quite injury prone over the last few years. Made some appearances in the under-21s for England, but never got into that England team. But he'll be a good player for a team that's just been promoted. And Matthew Upson as well, 21 caps like we said for England. So he's well respected, I guess, in the football industry. But that Cambiasso deal, I saw that earlier today, and I was really surprised about it, to be honest, because Cambiasso played years at Inter Milan and coming to Leicester, but I think it's one of those players that wants to come to the Premier League just to say that they can play in the Premier League, because it's the best league in the world.
Well, it'd be interesting to see what sort of money he's looking for as well. If he's bringing a player like that, there's a vast experience, more than any player at Leicester for sure. So maybe they want him as sort of the brains behind the team, really. And then we talked in the last video about Marvin Sordell, about how he sort of not reached his full potential. I think the same was Mark Albrighton. He was, when they draw up those teams for the future, he was meant to be in England's World Cup starting team this year. Yeah, no, never quite established himself. So what do we think of Leicester? Do we think they'll be safe from relegation, or...? I think they might just be safe. I think they might get sort of 17th, 16th.
I think it'll be right on the brink. I think 17th or 18th. I think they could just creep in maybe in the last couple of days of the season, but they're definitely going to be lingering around there.
It's definitely going to be close.
Yeah, definitely close. Closest year this year, probably.
Alright, thanks for watching this episode of GSP, guys.
We'll see you in the next one.